Show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Real Chat Daddy Show. We do want to say good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Monday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. Glad to be back with you guys on a beautiful Monday. It is March 14th, 2022. We're in the midst of Women's History Month, and tonight we have another great show planned for your viewing and listening pleasure. Joining us tonight is our resident MD, the one and only Dr. Janet Seabrook, president of Community HealthNet Centers of Northwest Indiana. She'll be here tonight to talk to us about the importance of women taking care of their health, as well as giving us the latest COVID-19 update numbers. Well, since the last time we talked to you guys, so much has gone on since we've been here, and tonight we're going to cover it all. Who better to help me do it than our co-host, the one and only Miss Kay Renee of Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge. Hello, darling. Happy Monday.
Hey, sweetie. Hey, hello to our audience and happy National Pie Day. You know it's National Pie Day.
Yes,
it's 3/14.
Yes, it is. Today is National Pie Day. And also today is a day that is called National BJ and Steak Day. This is supposed to be the male version of Valentine's Day. So ladies should be giving their men a you know what and serving them a big juicy steak. So I'm gonna stick with Pie Day because I did get a free pie today with my lunch. So I'm gonna stick with Pie Day. How about that?
How about it?
Yes. How you doing today, my love?
I'm doing good. It's also not only is National Pie Day, but it's also monthly National Sleep Awareness Week. And given the time we had to, spring forward on Sunday, I think a lot of people have lost that hour of sleep, including yours truly. So I've got to get back in the swing of things to get my normal sleep patterns, on target.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. I have a lot of timers in my place. And I don't know if I had set the timers to do the whole daylight savings time thing. So I had to go back and reset timers. I walked in this evening and was like, dang, I forgot to do those. So I've been in the whole timer reset thing so that my lights will come on later. I'll save, more energy because I guess now you wouldn't even have to have the lights come on till like now, 7 o'clock in the evening. Exactly. So that's what, and then as the summer goes on, but I'm not going to worry about that. So yes, daylight savings time went into effect. And actually I went out yesterday and was drinking. And when I got up this morning, I was like, oh my God, I'm up too early. I am up too early. So yeah, it's a lot to deal with, but they're trying to outlaw daylight savings time. They've been talking about this for years though.
I don't know. I don't understand it. I understand the rationale, but come on now. We've been going through this since the beginning of time. You just have to get, in the spring, you spring forward. In the fall, you fall back.
Right. That's all. Yes, absolutely. Hey, Debbie Green. She says she's been watching Andy Warhol's documentary on Netflix. Hi, Wamelda. Hi, Scorpio Love. Who else we got here? The secret to a man's heart is food and great sex. Well, love making. Got to keep it PG. Well, absolutely. I know about the food thing. I really do. And hello, Ramondo Brown. We appreciate you being here. We missed you. Where have you been? Because we've not seen that name pop up last week. So very good. We're glad that you're back. Absolutely.
And you mentioned our documentaries. Remember the movie Summer of Soul?
Yes.
It is getting so many accolades as it should. And I believe nominated for an Oscar. So we definitely got because Questlove has been doing the tours. And I was just like, Art and I saw that movie and it was awesome. So I wish them best blessings next Sunday, because next Sunday is the Oscar. No, next Sunday. I'm sorry. 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now.
Absolutely. Very good. Yes. All right. Well, we have much to talk to you guys about tonight. As you know, we're a health and wellness show. So we want to cover all the health and wellness things first. And then we're going to talk about all the juicy gossip and the hot stories that have been floating around since we were last on air last Wednesday night.
Yes.
Illinois has reported 697 new COVID-19 cases. There were no deaths reported as of Monday, as the number of COVID patients in the ICU statewide have now dropped below 100. The Illinois Department of Public Health reported 521 new cases on Sunday and 1,106 new cases on Saturday. No confirmed deaths were reported on Sunday, and 32 deaths were reported on Sunday. This now brings the total count of COVID cases in the state of Illinois to 3,048,042, including 33,107 deaths since the beginning of the pandemic. The 7-day statewide positivity rate is 1.4%, up slightly from the 1.3% this past Friday. As of Sunday night, 605 patients in Illinois were reported to be in the hospital with COVID-19. Of those patients, 90 were in the ICU, and 43 of those patients were on ventilators. And then today marked the official unmasking of Chicago public school students, which now means mask optional for both students and staff. And a lot of people are up in the air about this. I don't know. You know, you and I have said we will be wearing our masks for quite a while. I'm in an environment now where nobody really has their mask on, but everybody's fully vaccinated. Everybody has been taking care of their health. So I guess if you know the people you're around, and I guess if more people were to come in, I probably would put a mask on, but you know, we'll see. So what do you think about all of this?
Well, you know, I'm in full agreement with you, Art. If there is someone that I know very well and I do know their vaccination status, I would feel just a teeny bit comfortable.
Right.
But guess what happened over the weekend? Our favorite president tested positive for COVID. I saw that. I was like, not former President Barack Obama.
Yes.
He even tested positive. And granted, he's had mild symptoms, but he could not express further the importance of getting vaccinated. So, you know, if President Obama can get it, anybody can get it.
That's right, because he's a bad mama jamma. So we don't understand how he got it. But yes, he did. Our former First Lady, Michelle Obama, did not test positive for COVID, but our former president, he did. So, I mean, that just goes to show you that you could. But I heard that he had little to mild symptoms. So it was nothing really, you know, to be overly concerned about. But yes, former president Barack Obama has tested positive for COVID. So yes, you're right about that. And then I heard today on the news where a major tech hub in China has had to close back down because they had an uptick in COVID cases. So they were saying on the news that if you're having a hard time getting a lot of technology pieces or chips and things that you need, that this whole city has been shut down because they had maybe 85 new cases in one day where it had been squashed all together. So you and I have been talking about the fact of what if this goes back up? What if there are more cases? And so it just makes you wonder, because China is where it all started, Wuhan, China. And so, you know, we don't know. And then they've actually said there's a new variant out, which is the Delta variant.
Again, we will be, well, I can't speak for our audience, but I can speak for K. Renee. I can't speak for Big Brother, but I'm sure he feels the same. We'll be wearing our mask until November 2025. So, you know, comfort or not, when I heard that former President Barack Obama tested positive, I was like, okay.
Right.
It's just a reminder that you just got to be aware of your surroundings. You really
do. You have to be careful. You got to know who you're around, you know, what people have been doing and all that kind of stuff. So I agree with you on that 100%. But yes, absolutely. When I heard that Barack Obama had tested positive, I said, oh boy, here we go, you know? Right. So, yep. And you said we'll be wearing those masks to when?
November 2025.
November of 2025. All
That's
right.
right.
Well, I've done all the health and wellness things. I know you have a list of things we need to talk about. I
Oh,
think the
Jesus.
biggest story that everybody has been talking about is that actor Jesse Smollett, was it on Friday, was sentenced to 150 days in Cook County Jail. He has to pay back restitution. And so people have a lot of mixed emotions about the fact that Jesse Smollett had to go to jail. A lot of people are saying that the Kyle Rittenhouse guy, that he murdered innocent people and walked away, where Jesse Smollett got 150 days in the Cook County Detention Center. He has 30 months of probation. He needs to pay 126 in restitution, and he got a $25,000 fine. And I don't know. Kay Renee, it was the talk. Everybody was talking about it Friday. So what do you think?
Well, I do have mixed emotions about this. Um, had he been fully white, it'd have been a different story.
Right.
I think he understands now. If he felt that he didn't feel that he needed to be accountable, he knows now that he needs to be. And
Right.
if he didn't think he was African American, he got smacked in the face to let people know, yep, you black. The
You
thing
black
that
boy.
really I was really taken aback about when, of course, once the verdict was rendered, he was very, I mean, that outburst was like, I am not suicidal. So I don't know whether or not he was planning this, but it's unfortunate. I shared with you and I shared on my social media feed. You are truly blessed when your 92-year young grandmother speaks on your behalf and she was just as lucid and fluid, saying this is not right of my grandson. It makes me wonder why this happened in the first place.
Right. Right.
But I'm hoping, because see, everything happens in our life for a reason. We may not like it, but it does happen. And I'm hoping that he'll take this time now to kind of do a reset, and just if he has a higher power that he believes in, to tune into that, because I'm hoping
Mhm.
as at the end of this he will emerge a better Jesse Smollett. And the
Mhm.
bad
Mhm.
part I shared with you, I didn't share this publicly, but I saw it, just made me laugh. I just had to shake my head, but it gave me laughter when Dave Chappelle a few years ago, when this thing hit, he did a comedy act. I was on the floor just crack. I said, Lord, I should
Oh
not be
yeah,
laughing about
Jesse.
this.
Jesse has been the butt of all jokes. Okay, so let's go back just a little bit.
Yes,
Everybody has been talking about the judge that sentenced him and how
yes,
the judge was extra special, how the
yes,
judge just was going on and on. I was
yes.
shocked to find out that Jesse made $2 million a year, making $2 million. Yes, the judge said it, that you make upwards of $2 million a year. So I right there, I was like, look, you done showed your ass for nothing. Like, you got to be kidding me. You was making $2 million a year. Ain't no way in the world you should have been out going to get no damn Subway sandwich in no freezing cold ass weather in Chicago. That's just my take on it. Okay. But then a lot of people thought that the judge was showboating. A lot of people thought the judge was trying to make an example of Jesse. I actually know one of Jesse's defense attorneys. He even jumped in at the end trying to get him free. Do I think Jesse should have went to Cook County Jail? No, I think they were making a mockery of him and trying to teach a lesson. But now, first of all of this shouldn't have happened to begin with.
I
Because
agree.
again, I'm going to stick to my story. It is easier to sleep with a white racist in that neighborhood than a white racist attacking you at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I agree.
Now, I'm just telling
Wholeheartedly.
you. Right. I'm just telling you. Right.
Wholeheartedly.
So we do
So,
have some comments. Go ahead, darling.
no, as I said, I'm hoping that he will take this and reinvent himself and be a better Jesse Smollett.
Right. Right.
That's all I'm saying. Whether good, bad, or indifferent, the butt. He's been truly the butt of all jokes. And
Yes.
yes, Debbie, he was very disrespectful to us here in
Right.
Chicago, where he was starring in Empire. That's where they shot a lot of the scenes from.
Right.
And it's just not a good situation, because unfortunately now he has a lot of siblings that are in the acting industry. So, you
Yes.
know,
Yes.
unfortunately, when they say guilt by association.
Right. Yeah.
So I just hope he can learn from this.
Absolutely. Well, all I know, Preston said a judge was hating, jealous. I don't know. Now, was the judge trying to buck for his own judge show? Maybe he was, maybe he was trying, because I thought he was Shaggy from Scooby-Doo sitting there. I said, oh, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo done got old. He had all that long hair and stuff. I said, oh my God, this is Shaggy from Scooby-Doo up here. So, I mean, I don't know. All of it is just crazy. Do I think he needs to be in Cook County Jail? No, because I've talked to several friends of mine that said he would have done better going to a prison than going to Cook County Jail, because they say it is the worst of the worst. So he is in isolation, and they have a note on outside his door saying, please watch him. Because as you heard him say, I'm not suicidal. I'm not suicidal. So if anything happened to me while I'm in here, I'm not suicidal. Now, what I found shocking was that the judge didn't hit him with contempt of court when he kept doing them outbursts.
I did too.
Because that was some theatrical, if exactly. Like nobody's business. So
exactly,
I don't know.
I thought when he said, I thought he was doing a scene from a movie. Honestly,
I did too.
I really did. I said, okay, does he know this is real life? This is not reality TV. This is the real deal.
This is the real deal, boo. You in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it all works out. But I do feel as if he should be released. Anytime the judge told him that he would be able to travel to New York and LA to seek work and all that. But now Taraji made a statement today that she didn't think he needed to be in jail. But then he also ain't nobody trying to hire him either. So he already has suffered enough. You see what I'm saying? Right. He really has. Like Debbie Green says, enough. Next. Yep. Amen. All right. Well, go ahead, darling. What else do we have in our bag of things to talk about tonight?
Goodness. Before we talk about the transitions locally here in Chicago, which really kind of tripped me out, that 7 men got shot in the South Shore neighborhood yesterday afternoon around 3:30. Apparently, words were exchanged. Somebody from the car started shooting, and 7 men just got injured. I'm hoping that I know 2 were critical, the rest are in good condition. But see, now this is not summer yet. We just getting a little taste of the warm weather. So I'm wondering, just a pinch, of this warm weather. And I'm wondering what is going to happen when we get some serious warm weather. Over the weekend, since St. Patrick's Day is Thursday, we had a lot of the St. Patrick's Day parade. Saturday, when what happens downtown, they pour the Chicago River green, and then yesterday they had the South Side Irish Parade and the North Side Irish Parade, and people are now getting out and about. So hearing this, I just was like shaking my head, man. I'm like, what's going on here?
Right. So I don't know. Same way, I don't know if you heard it or not, but a little boy shot his mother.
Yes,
in the parking lot of the Food for Less yesterday.
And Dalton and
was playing with his father's gun.
3 years old.
3, and shot and killed his mother. Yesterday. I just heard that the dad faces gun charges after boy accidentally shot and kills his mom in Dalton. Right, because first of all, I'm a grown ass man and had a hard time pulling the trigger of a gun when I was trying to get my conceal and carry. You mean to tell me a 3-year-old had that kind of strength that he was able to shoot that gun like that? And why would a gun
and kill?
Right.
See, the bad part about that scenario is this: that child is going to remember. I guarantee you, he may block it out initially, but sooner or later, as he gets older, he's going to remember. And now that child is scarred truly for life.
Okay. Yep. I agree. So yeah, just crazy. Yep. So I don't know, but that's just horrible in so many ways. All right, go right. Wait a minute. Here we go. Wondering what is the youngest person to kill someone? You know what? That's a good answer. I guess we could do some research. I'll have my researcher do some and find out tomorrow, because that is just insane that a 3-year-old, because he's not even fully aware that he's killed his mother. You get what I'm saying?
That.
She's gone forever, and you are the one that did it. And just heart-wrenching in many ways, you know? So.
And then now we got to talk about transitions. I mean, a lot. I mean, so many. 3 people that come to mind that have transitioned that everybody just love. First, we have to talk about one of the Sesame Street actors who, we grew up with. His name was Luis, but his given name is Emilio Delgado. He
Yes.
passed away over the weekend due to cancer at the age of 81. He played that role for over 4 decades.
Yes,
We remember watching Sesame Street when he was, fixing things. He had his own fixing shop. And then, of course, Maria, it was good to see them get together, got married, had a baby. And so, that was just really hard when I heard that he had passed. But the one that shocked me more than any of the ones I'm about to mention is singer, mother, grandmother, and sister of the famous Braxtons, Toni Braxton. Tracy Braxton passed away Saturday at the age of 50 due to esophageal cancer. Now, she fought this battle privately but valiantly. And, I saw a post where the last post that the public post that she had was she had lost a lot of weight and people were talking about her. No one knew what she was going through.
Right.
And so, of course, our prayers go out to the Braxton family, because of all the Braxton sisters, I related to Tracy, because
that's what everybody was saying. Yep, that's what everybody was saying. That she was probably the most. She didn't give a damn. She was the most down to earth. She told it like it was. She held no punches, and she was not kissing up to the rest of them. And that's exactly what they said. Yes.
So, of course, our prayers go out to the Braxton family. That is definitely a loss, because she, there are certain sisters that I think everyone gravitated to. But again, Tracy was the one that everybody loved, because she didn't give a damn who she hurt, who she said. She just she going to tell it like it is. Didn't know she was a grandmother. So, again, prayers go out to her husband, her son, and her grandson. And then finally, William Hurt, Kiss the Spider-Woman, Children of a Lesser God.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was getting ready to say Children of a Lesser God is probably one of my favorite movies.
Do you remember? I think they were dating at some point, weren't they? During that course of the movie Children of a Lesser God, I thought they were kind of dating.
Yes.
Body absolutely. Heat with Kathleen Turner. Let's not forget that movie.
That's right. I forgot about that one. Yes.
He died peacefully. He had cancer at the age of 71. So it just reminds us, Art, that we must live our lives with purpose, because we don't know when that time comes when we have to say goodbye. So that's just a lesson for all of us to know, and just appreciate people, and love people. Treat people with kindness, because you don't know what they're going through.
No, you don't. You really don't. You really, really don't. Not in this day and age. And our condolences go out to all those people that have lost, these tremendous, wonderful people, mothers, sons, husbands, lovers, whatever the case may be. It's just really, really sad. So, I don't know if you heard it or not, but Miss Dolly Parton has withdrawn her nomination to be a part of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Dolly Parton announced today that she feels as if she's not worthy enough to be in the category of being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And so she has pulled out her nomination. She pulled out her nomination. Yes, she did. So, Dolly's like that, though. You know what I'm saying? And they probably going to re-nominate her again. They going, you know what I'm saying? So, yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And speaking of people changing their mind, the GOAT of football, Tom Brady, First, he decided he was going to retire. Now, after 40 days, he's like, well, you know what? I changed my mind.
With
I was
his
like,
attention seeking, you know what? With his attention seeking earth. Yes, right. That's what I said too. I think he just want more rings. I think he just want to be, greedier.
and he
I don't
better
know.
be very careful, because I guarantee you there's some football players like, all right, you want to stay on one more year?
Right.
We got you. Don't
We got
worry.
you, boo.
We
We
got
got you.
this.
We got you. Yes. Yes, absolutely. I don't know.
Uh,
But yes, he did announce that he was coming back. All right. What else do we have in the entertainment? You sent me a lot of great stories that I was reading earlier today.
And also, I want to mention this in the transitions. People may not remember this character actor, but if you saw his face, you'd be like, "Oh, I remember him, Conrad Janis, who used to
Yes.
play in Mork and Mindy." And I'm like, "Oh my God, he's still alive." Well, he was alive. He passed away too this weekend at the age of 94. It's just like so much of our childhood, the actors and actresses that we going to love, they're leaving us, Art. It's like, my
They are.
goodness.
They are. So many of the legends are leaving. So many of the icons. And, I was talking to someone earlier today and they said it's the evolution of life and it's how it's
Yes.
supposed to be and how it goes on. But it's just unbelievable the amount of people. And I think the pandemic added an extra stress to all of this.
Did.
And then now, that we're coming out of this and people that are just dying, it's just a lot. It really is.
Yeah. But we're gonna say some happy news right now.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Motivational speaker who I know Art has met, I have interviewed and just adore her. Lisa Nichols got married, y'all. She's
She got a man. She got
married.
a man. Yeah, she
Yeah, she
married
got
now.
married over the weekend, and just I saw the photos, and just really happy for her. And Lisa's gone through a lot to get where she is,
Right,
and
right.
just to see her, as I said, the last time I saw Lisa, it's been a while now, because our spiritual mom was alive, Reverend Dr.
Right.
Johnny Coleman,
Yes,
when I had a
yes.
chance to talk with her, and when she tells her story and how she just went from being a mom, almost being homeless, to really reinventing. You talk about
Yes.
reinventing herself. Jussie
Mm-hmm.
should take some notes about that, by the way, about
Mm-hmm.
how to truly reinvent yourself. But I was
Right.
just so happy to see that she found her Mr. Right, Mr. Boo,
Mm-hmm.
and she got married over the weekend.
Yes, she did. I'm very happy for her. She's one of the most wonderful people ever. Whenever I had the pleasure and privilege of talking to her, just some of the most insightful conversations that I felt was speaking personally to me, even though she was speaking to the masses. But that's what has made her such a success. And then to see how beautiful her wedding was and that she's found the love of her life, I am just so happy for her, because I think we're all deserving of finding the love of our life.
I agree.
Yes, yes, yes,
I
yes.
agree.
Very good. All right. We got anything else, my dear?
I think that's enough. I mean,
It
the only thing
is.
that I will mention in athletic news, I saw when Naomi Osaka, she's struggling right now.
Yes.
She apparently she was competing over the weekend. I think Indian Head. I don't know the exact name of the tournament, but
Mm-hmm.
apparently a heckler went after her, and she wanted to talk after the tournament, after the game, because I think she lost a set and she was crying. People don't understand, a lot of these athletes, they under so much pressure to succeed and to compete, and when
Right.
things don't happen, they can crash and burn.
Yes, they can.
So it's just, again, for those of you who really, if you need to talk to someone. Don't hold that in. Don't hold
No,
that anxiety in, because it's
that's
not
right.
good for you emotionally. And I'm sure we're going to talk about that with Dr. Janet when she comes on. But
Mm-hmm.
we're losing too many lives, not only to COVID, but we're also losing too many lives to suicide. And
Yes, we
so
are.
definitely, if you feel that you need to talk to someone, please, the number below, the National Suicide Prevention Line, 800-273-8255, it's imperative to talk to someone, because at the
I
end of the day,
agree.
you have to love yourself and love yourself enough to talk to someone so you can get the
Right.
type of help that you need.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you're troubled or going through anything, please get the help that you need. Seek counseling. Try to find somebody that understands you and the situation you're going through. And again, if you feel it as if you're at the end of your rope, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is always there. 800-273-8255. All right, very good. Anything else, my dear?
And something happening with you, my dear, very soon.
It is.
You've
It
been
is.
posting.
I've not uploaded the graphic, so as soon as I
Okay.
upload it, I'll be able to make an announcement on here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an event kind of away from here. So yeah, but I will be doing that. Yes. So for those of you all that are just joining us, welcome to the Monday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. So glad to be here with you guys on this beautiful Monday evening here in the Chicagoland area. It got up to 68 degrees today, if I'm not mistaken. I think my thermostat in the car said 68
Oh
degrees.
my.
At one point, it was 64, but it was a beautiful afternoon. Kay Renee of Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge is our co-host. We're having a great time talking about all things that have gone on since we have last been here. Coming up in just a little bit in honor of Women's History Month is our good friend and our resident physician here, Dr. Janet Seabrook. She'll be here with us tonight to talk about Women's History Month, the importance of women taking care of themselves, and hopefully we can get an update from Dr. Seabrook on what is going on with this new variant that supposedly is rearing its ugly head. So I don't know. We'll see. But we want everybody to stay safe, stay well, because the world is opening back up. There are more and more events and concerts and all of that. So we'll see, because people are full steam ahead. The Gay Pride Parade will be returning back this year.
Yes.
You guys all know New Edition. All of that big concert has been traveling across the country and bringing packed houses of people out to see the shows. So, we'll see. But I know one thing, you're not hearing them talk about vaccines as much as you were.
No, and I wonder about that, because I think, you mentioned it earlier, what happened in China, that there's an uptick in cases. I pray that we don't have an uptick in cases, but also this week, spring break, folks, going down to Florida or out west or out south to celebrate. But I'm always cautiously optimistic. I want to see what's going
Yes,
to
yes,
happen by the end of this month, and then we can gauge and see
yes.
what's going to happen in the beginning of spring. We'll see.
Well, I was reading an article earlier today that said, know the difference between allergies, know the difference between your sinuses, know the difference
Mm-hmm.
between a cold. And I'm thinking to myself, well, wasn't all of this, related to COVID at one point? Because I always said,
Yeah.
what happened to the flu? What happened to the flu? Like there was no mention of the flu. There were no mention of people having colds. It was either you had COVID or you couldn't say nothing at all, So it makes me wonder, like, what happened to the flu,
I don't know either, but I just want to take things one day at a time. That's all.
So Debbie said she heard we're going to need a fourth shot.
Oh, okay.
And I had heard that on the news over the weekend as well, too. So I don't know. We'll
Okay.
find out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our next guest and our only guest this evening, we love and adore her. In honor of Women's History Month, it's always a pleasure to welcome her back to the show. Dr. Janet Seabrook has been with us since the very beginning of the inception of this digital show. She stops by once a month as our resident doctor to talk to us about things that are most important. And with this being Women's History Month, tonight she's going to talk about women taking care of themselves. Women, stop putting yourself on the back burner and getting your checkups and doing all the right things, because that's only the most fitting thing to do. And it's springtime, so everybody would need a great spring checkup. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show, our good friend, Dr. Janet Seabrook, president of Community HealthNet Health Centers of Northwest Indiana, and she probably looking fabulous. I'm just telling y'all
I
that's how
know
she
she
be looking.
is.
She probably looking fabulous. That's all we gonna say. Here she
That's
is.
right.
Welcome, Dr. Janet Seabrook.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank
That's
you
right.
guys
She looking
so much.
fabulous. I knew it.
She looking fabulous.
I
She looking fabulous. We knew it. We knew it. Hey, Doc,
know. Hi to you both.
How you
how are
How
doing?
you
you
doing?
tonight?
Doing pretty good. I am plain Jane tonight. Okay, I am plain Jane. Earrings, no necklace. That's it. Just have me tonight. That's it.
Well, doctor, we just gonna put it like this: that magnetic smile of yours that is radiating through this camera. So that's enough. And then the natural look is in, doc. That's the
That's
hot
right.
thing now. That's the hot thing. Yes. So we are so excited to welcome you back this month. Happy Women's History Month. It's always a pleasure to have you here. And I know more than anything, you want to talk about the importance of women taking care of themselves during this Women's History Month.
And thank you for the invitation. I really appreciate the invitation to come on the show tonight to talk about this during Women's History Month. Her story, our story, the story of women, and the things that we do to make sure that everyone around us is safe and healthy. And now it's time for us to learn a little bit about ourselves and to practice that self care and do the things that we need to do to pour inside of us and to each other, to other women,
Mhm.
to be
Mhm.
able to make a way so we can see our way through all of the things that we've been going through this last 2 years and now what 2 months, going into the third month of the third year of.
Year, not month, but year. Yes. Can you
Mhm.
believe it, Doc? Can you believe it?
No, I really can't, and I just it's sad to me. It's really sad. Things it's like you have the barn doors open for lack of a better word, and it's I do not believe. I heard a little bit of you and Kay Renee's conversation before I came on, and the door it's too late to close the door. Um, I think that people are tired. They're ready to suffer whatever consequences occur.
Hmm.
They want to get
Hmm.
back to being out, like you mentioned, going to concerts, going to restaurants, gathering with friends after work. So it's going to be very, very difficult. Children want to. Who would imagine a
Uh-oh, did we lose her?
She's
Uh-oh.
frozen. Uh-oh. There we
Uh-oh.
go.
Okay, there we go. Go ahead, doctor. Uh-oh. I think she's still frozen.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Elsa got her hands in this tonight. Come on, Elsa. Get up out of here, Elsa.
That's right.
Right.
Can you
Come
hear me
on,
now?
Elsa. Oh, we got you,
Yay!
Doc.
You
Much
back.
better. Yeah. We gonna blame that on Elsa, doctor. We just Elsa froze you for a minute. Uh-oh. Elsa's.
Broadcast is going to go on.
Yes.
I
Go ahead.
I am in the middle of nowhere, but then that's a whole nother story. I'm in my
Okay. Okay.
grandmother's house. I'm in a
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait. We definitely want to hear the story. Oh, yeah. She must be someplace where the Wi-Fi is. Okay. Okay. We can hear you a little bit better now, Doc. Go ahead.
no. I said my mom and I drove down to Charleston, South Carolina a few days ago. So that's where I am. This is our family home. This is where I came in the summertime. My grandparents are no longer here, but their belongings are still here.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh,
Oh, that's so wonderful.
And so, no, what I was saying is, it's a time for children are going back to school. There's so many things that people are just willing to sacrifice, whatever it takes. We just want to get back to what quote unquote is considered normal, and it's just going to be very difficult to really convince people that we need to continue those safety precautions because a lot of people have just thrown it to the wind. I've
yeah.
seen
Hmm.
more people without masks than with masks. Um,
Hmm.
it's just I don't think that we're going to be able to change that story unless something catastrophic happens, meaning that those numbers increase exponentially and not
Hmm.
just in one little city or one small town, but explode exponentially across the United States. If that doesn't happen, people are just going to push and push and continue to move forward. People want to put this behind them, way behind them, because
Mhm.
so much trauma has happened during these last 2.5, almost 3 years. People have literally been traumatized. We all have PTSD.
We do. We
Yeah.
do. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, you've got to look at this. We were in isolation for a year. You were afraid to touch people. Dr. Seabrook, you were the one who taught us to not social distance. Remember, you said, think about that. Social distance. Like I get it, but then you don't, because you still want to embrace people and still, and so you're right. It was very traumatizing to us all.
Yeah, and so I think that this is a perfect time, perfect opportunity for women, particularly who've been doing a lot of work. Not That's not to take away from anybody else, but worrying about your children. If you have children, what things are going to look like when they go back to school. Should you send them back to school? Can you continue homeschooling? What does returning to work look like? Are my children going to get sick at school? Is their teacher going to get sick? There are a lot of children who lost school teachers
Yes.
during COVID, and that traumatized them as well.
Hmm.
So we just really have to put this in some type of perspective. And so, as a woman who really, and I'm gonna say this, sometimes we hold things up, we hold it together because we want things to go smoothly. We want things to work out well. And
Hmm.
so we're now going to have to take some time to reorganize and gather ourselves. Like I said earlier, pour into ourselves so then we'll be able to pour into others and to assist each other. We have to forgive ourselves.
Hmm.
we we have to think about what we would like to achieve and accomplish for ourselves and maybe for our children or our family. And it's just a time to reflect. I hope that people would take this time, women in particular, to reflect this month and think about, yes, we have been traumatized, but when you look back, out of all the things that have happened in your life, there are more, in my mind, there are more happier places that you have traversed through than sad places. And we need not
Hmm.
to get stuck and dwell on the sad places and try to move forward as much as possible. And I know that sounds kind of trite and complacent,
Hmm. Hmm.
honestly, sometimes you just have to move your mind out of those places that you get stuck in that were
Hmm.
bad places for you and try to
Yes.
move forward into a happier spot.
Yes.
If it's going to the spa and getting your nails done, if it's going to do some retail therapy, physically walking around, because we haven't done that. We've just been going and moving our mouths and clicking, moving our
Right.
mouths and clicking. So even
Yes.
if we don't buy anything, go out maybe to the outdoor outlet or maybe to the mall, walk around, do a little browsing. Like I said, go to the spa, maybe get a massage, something that you would not do on a regular basis.
Hmm. Doctor,
Mhm.
I wanted to talk to you real quick. With everybody doing tele-appointments through this pandemic, a lot of the ladies have put off their breast exams. A lot of the ladies have, things that seeing a gynecologist. I mean, really, that's nothing you can do virtually, I don't think, and I hope not. So, what would you encourage these women to get back to that routine as well, too?
So thank you for bringing that up. Not only have children fallen behind in their mandatory vaccines to be in school, parents, women in particular, have fallen behind on those evaluations and those primary preventive services that we typically do on a regular basis. So, what I would encourage every woman who missed in these last 2 years, who missed their annual gynecological checkup, their mammogram, their pap smear, I would advise them to pick up the phone and call their provider right now and get into the office and get those necessary screenings. That's a part of self care. And if
Hmm.
you aren't taking care of your health and your body and mentally your behavioral health, then you really aren't going to be of any help to anyone, including your family.
Wow. That's good advice. It really is. It truly, truly is. Kay Renee, anything you want to say to the doctor before we let her run?
No, I mean, she kind of said it all because we've been traumatized these last 2.5 years, and now spring has sprung. One thing I know we can add, and I'm sure you can agree upon, Dr. Janet, is now we've sprung forward. Daylight savings time is hit. We've got to make sure, and now this is National Sleep Awareness Week. We've got to make sure we get some sleep.
Yes, yes. And you mentioned something that people have been complaining a lot. I don't know if it's just the situation and the trauma that we have all received, but people have been complaining a lot about their sleep patterns and how irregular they are and how interrupted they are. And I think that it may not directly be COVID, but I think that the traumas of going through COVID have caused some interruptions in sleep cycles. So again, sleep hygiene is very important. Turn the television off, put those iPads and telephones down. Uh, Drink you a nice glass of non-caffeinated herbal tea if that's something that helps. I like to spray a little bit of lavender on my pillow at night. That seems to help me. And then I also have a little lavender roll, and I roll it on both my wrists and my pressure points, and then I can lay down. And I seem to sleep a lot better when I do that. So those things that are calming to you and help you as you try to engage in a better sleep pattern, I would advise people to do that. And again, we're talking about Women's History Month, and sleep is a part of health.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because I'm feeling that hour difference right now, just myself today. I got up very early. I've had a busy day. I'm doing the show tonight. When I get off the air, I'm going to have dinner with some people. So that 1 hour time difference has really made a difference in my life. And we talking about just a day, into it. But yeah, but at least we're going to have more sunshine. We are. Yes.
And that's just what I was going to mention too. That's what that's what excites me about springing into spring. I love it because I know that we're going to get a little bit more light, and then I'm already planning my garden and what's going out in my garden. So I mean, I just get a burst of life when the snow starts to melt and the temperature starts to rise. I feel like racing home from work while it's
Yes.
still light outside to, see what I can get into in the garden.
Very good. Well, Doctor, we appreciate you so much as always. You've done a great job. Look, have a great time in South Carolina. Everybody was saying how much they love, and I love Charleston as well too, because if I'm not mistaken, the best shrimp and grits ever come from that region of the world. Am I right about that? See, I know.
Yeah, we might get into a little argument with people from New Orleans, but I'm a little biased over here, so I would say that it's here.
I am too, Doctor. I've had some of the best food ever in that region of the country, and we wish you the best of luck. Somebody said yes, we agree. Look, she agreed as well too. Yeah, everybody. Debbie Green said yes, absolutely. Well, Doctor, anything coming up with you soon, or how do you want people to follow you and all that great stuff?
So you can check out our health center website, chn-indiana.org. You can also go to my Facebook page for information on upcoming events, and that is Dr. Janet Seabrook at Facebook. And also my website, drjanetseabrook.com.
Very good. Well, we love you so very much. Kay Renee, what do you want to say to Dr. Janet before we let her go?
From one queen to another, happy Women's History Month, because we celebrated not just in March, we celebrated every day. So happy Women's History Month to you, Dr.
And
Janet.
back at you, sister.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, I feel like it's a color purple moment. I do. I just love you both. I just feel like Nettie and Celie, y'all have come together on this screen. I love y'all. I do. Oh my God. Well, Doctor, we appreciate you. We'll see you next month in April, and we'll talk about something then. Please, safe travels.
Yes.
Take care of your people's house. Look, that china cabinet behind you, Doc. That was my grandmother's house as well too. We were just talking not too long ago about, do people even have china cabinets in their homes anymore?
Mm-hmm.
And so yes, that china cabinet is a great remnant of my childhood as well too.
So thank you both so much and have a great rest of the evening. I love you both.
We love
Love
you.
you
Thank
too,
you.
Dr. Janet.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Janet Seabrook of Community HealthNet of
Bye.
Northwest Indiana, our resident doctor on the show, and we
Yes.
truly appreciate her. She was here talking about women's history and women's herstory and health awareness for women, as well as giving us a COVID update. All right, doctor, we love you. We'll talk to you later.
Bye, Dr. Janet.
Bye. Oh, that was great. I just love her. She's so
Me
amazing, isn't
too.
she? Yeah, she's
Me.
just look and looking natural. Look, just looking natural and
That's
beautiful.
right.
Yes, that's all we want
That's
from her.
right.
Very good. Yes. All right. Well, Kay Renee, we've done the doggone thing. We just
Yes,
about
we
at the end
have.
of the show. Anything else we need to talk about tonight?
Well, before I do my nugget, I'll be back this coming
Yes.
weekend
Yes, you
with your
will.
cousin,
Yes, my
my
cousin.
dear friend, Dr. Cynthia Howard Sims. She's going to be talking about a very provocative yet really candid topic: critical race theory. You
Oh,
don't want to miss it this Saturday morning, 11
no,
a.m. We're going to
no.
get real candid, y'all, talking about race.
Yes, very good. That's a great topic to discuss. And in the times we're living in right now, that's a very poignant, thing to cover.
Yes.
All right. Well, great job. Let's move on. Well, how about that lovely Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge?
Oh, and this nugget comes from humanitarian, actress, and EGOT winner. If you don't know what EGOT stands for, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony, Miss Audrey Hepburn. And
Oh,
she says, nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. This is Motivational Monday. Hashtag I'm possible.
Are you possible, darling?
I am possible.
Are you possible? You're not impossible. You are
I'm
possible.
possible. Yes.
I understand. Like you said, I'm not impossible. I am
I'm
possible.
possible.
Very good. For more information about Kay Renee, please go to karensnuggetsofknowledge.com. That's karensnuggetsofknowledge.com. You'll find more information about her there. Coming up tomorrow night, we have another great show planned for Women's History Month. We have the daughter of the late great singer, Miss Barbara Acklin, Samada Acklin, who's a vocalist of her own in her own rights, just an all-around beautiful woman. She'll be here tomorrow night to talk about the honor that her mother has recently received from Brunswick Records. And so we'll talk about her mom's career, what this honor is all about, and how important it is. And then, as you guys all know, the world is opening back up and things are happening again. So the founder and creator of the Black Women's Expo, the one and only Miss Mary Green, who was here with us last year, will be here with us tomorrow night to talk about Black Women's Expo 2022. And we're looking forward to talking to Mary. And then we have another great show on Wednesday night as well, too. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys for joining us tonight. We did it quick, fast, and in a hurry. We hope you guys enjoyed everything. Tomorrow night, we'll be back with more gossip, entertainment, top news stories, as well as our two amazing guests tomorrow evening. If you've not done so yet, we ask that you please go over to YouTube, Facebook. Please subscribe to the Real Chat Daddy Show. It is very easy. It's very simple. We'd appreciate your support. Does not cost you anything, but it helps us the more people we have subscribing to the show. And I think that's it. And for more information about yours truly, please visit therealchatdaddy.com. That's therealchatdaddy.com, therealchatdaddy.com. I do want to take a few moments to acknowledge the passing of a pioneer giant in the radio and entertainment world. Mr. Purvis Spann, the founder of WVON Radio, passed away today at the age of 89 years old. I want to thank Mr. Spann for creating such an iconic station, a station that is known the world over. And I just want to say, sir, job well done. My condolences go out to the entire family and really an icon and a legend gone too soon. And Kay Renee, you've talked about that as well too, that we're just losing so many great people.
We are. And a lot of people don't know about Mr. Spann. He is the one that gave Miss Aretha Franklin the title Queen of Soul.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He was the one that gave her that. So you're
Mm-hmm.
absolutely right. So again, our thoughts and prayers go out to the entire family and those that are closely associated with him. It really is a tragic loss. All right.
Mm-hmm.
On behalf of Kay Renee, thank you, Wamelda. We appreciate you. Thank you, Debbie Green. As always, Candace, we appreciate you. Scorpio Love, thank you so much. Who else do we have with us tonight? Raimondo,
Raimondo,
Carolyn Douglas,
Lolita,
Lolita is here, honey. Just a pinch, baby.
just a
Just a
pinch.
pinch. Just a pinch, baby. That's all you need is a pinch, child. Who else did we have here with us? Preston. We appreciate you, brother. You
Yes.
always great feedback, great comments. Debbie Green, bye, darling. We love you as well, too. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Thanks for jumping on with us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night. God bless you all. Oh, I like that, Kay. Do that wink again, baby. Wink, wink, wink. I like that wink. You always love when you do that wink. That's one of my favorite things. It is. The Real Chat Daddy Show will be back tomorrow night at 7. We love you guys. We're out. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
It's the Real Chat Daddy Show. It's the Real Chat Daddy Show. It's the Real Chat Daddy Show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Real Chat Daddy.